Hey guys, it's Dude49, and recently I was flown out to EA San Francisco to play a little bit of Battlefield Hardline. I got to experience both the single player and the multiplayer, but all I'm going to be showing today is the single player and going over a couple of things that were pretty interesting about it. Now this game is worked on by both Visceral and DICE. So with both those development teams, you're going to get a pretty interesting game, and it's going for that cops against criminals type of gameplay. And what I'm going to be showing is some of the cool things that we've discovered while playing the single player. So first things first is you're obviously playing as a cop, and you're going out as a detective to break down a really interesting case. But there's one of the cool things that's in the game is that there's this cell phone that apparently is very futuristic and can really break down details on an enemy. It provides that spotting feature like in Battlefield that we've seen in the past, but it also gives you a little bit more details as to the player themselves. Take for example this one player. He's ranked as a high valued target, and when you go to take him out, you can get some pretty good things. You can also listen into what they're saying when you zoom in on them, and it kind of gives you a little bit more info on the storyline itself.
You were right. That snitched out.
Suspect spotted in your vicinity, 13.
Knew he had warrants. Get him in cuffs.
We got him all.
It'll look good for
Tyson's
us.
body now.
What was that?
Shitbags down. Send the paddy wagon.
Another thing you can do is go up to unsuspecting criminals and flash your badge at them and get them to freeze, putting down their weapons, and you can take them down. If you notice, there was a small red marker there that indicated their stress level, and when it reaches to full, they would take out their weapon and start shooting at you. So you need to move quick and get your job done. So there's two ways you can actually play in this gameplay. You can be very stealthy and taking out your opponents with tasers, or using silenced weapons, or taking them down with your badge, or any other way that you like being stealthy. Or you could just go in there guns blazing and just play it like you usually would in Battlefield.
And lots of guards.
Now as you're playing the game, you'll notice that the cell phone can also be used for finding key evidence for your investigation. And in this process, you will find multiple pieces of evidence that will help build together a story to what you just
The
discovered.
guy responsible for flooding the streets of Miami with liquid cocaine, aka Hotshot, Tyson Latchford. I got enough evidence for the grand jury.
There's one thing that I didn't like with the cell phone is that it felt a little bit too godlike, because you could see through walls to find your enemy, and maybe that's using some kind of sound detecting system, but I'd really like them to kind of tone it down on this cell phone aspect. But then again, this is in its development phase, so anything can be changed. And of course, being as it's a Battlefield title, you've also got that nice destruction that can also level out a playing field to make it a little bit different based on the walls or environment that you have that you want to change. Another thing is, you have a wide variety of weapons that you can choose to change from in the single player to decide how you want to approach your mission and move on from there to accomplish it. And another really cool feature to the game is that you can use spent case shells as ways of distracting your opponent in order to get them to move certain ways so that you can continue your stealth mission really well. Anyway guys, that sums it up. This was all the things that I could show you and all the things that I got to see playing the single player, and I will be showing some multiplayer later on throughout the weeks. So I'll see you guys later. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and let me know what you guys think about Battlefield Hardline, the single player, just from what you've seen in this video and what you'd hope to see in the future. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.